How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Row's back with another video. So sometimes you want a figure and a company makes that figure, but it's not the version you wanted. So you kind of just have to do it yourself in expectations and waiting for a new, better version that fits the aesthetic that you're looking for. So I did some part swapping with a friend, and we've got a custom that we're working on today. So we're going to go through the whole process. I think that'll be a little bit fun. And I'm going to show you what I'm making. So sorry for the sound quality, but something's wrong with my wireless mic. Maybe I need a new one at this point. I don't know. But today I'm working on a custom. Did a part swap with the Batman 89, so I've got some Mandarin pieces. You can see I've got his 10 rings on, and I've got the Mordo body from Multiverse of Madness. So I've seen a bunch of people make this custom. I, however, want to cut off the sling ring. Everyone leaves that on. Why would Mordo need a sling ring? Or not Mordo, Mandarin need a sling ring. He doesn't. And then I want to try to make these legs pinless because I've got some sculpting clay. But then the most obvious thing I got to do is paint this neck so that when you put his head sculpt on, which it does fit on there, it's just gotta really put it down there. There you go. It'll match. Because right now it looks like he got a really bad suntan on his neck. So I think when that's done, we will have a cool Mandarin for our shelf. Alright, so I got all my tools of the trade here. Be careful when you're doing this, y'all. Don't be like me. But we're just gonna go ahead and try to just cut that off just like that. Oh, look at that. Nice and easy. I can just paint over it with black. Because Mandarin don't need no sling ring. And you know what? We could even leave. And we'll try to get it all off. Just go ahead. Don't do it towards your hands, though. That's kind of really dumb. Like, if you see anyone doing that, you can call them stupid in the comments. Like, don't do that, dummy. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Look at that. Yeah. There we go. Sling ring's gone. A little bit of cleanup, but I couldn't find nippers. I don't know where the nippers went. I feel like that would have been cleaner, but I got the job done, right? Yeah. Well, since we're already here, always cut away from yourself. That is not tight. Always make sure your blade is tight. There we go. That's what you do. You turn the figure. That's what you do. Let's go ahead. Actually, we're going to go ahead and take this off. I feel like that's a good thing to do. Maybe we don't even need the robe. Yeah, I'm liking that look better without the robe, so I think we're going to leave it like that. But I still got to cut the rest of that off, so back to it. I got to figure out how to, like, fast forward in DaVinci. I think that'd be cool to, like, fast forward a little bit. Maybe sand this down. I don't know. Is anyone going to notice? I will, so that's what matters to me. But, like, at the same time, it could just be like a strap on the leather belt. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. So that part's done. Now comes the hard part, paint magic. So first of all, what you want to do, start with a little bit of water so that you can always water down your paint. Now let's hope I still have some of this skin tone left. Got to. You got to do it, Captain. It's not... Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have a lot left. Okay, well, that's a problem. That is a problem. It's also kind of goopy. Well, we'll do it this way. We'll get some in there. Get some in there. Just do a tiny bit, I guess. Didn't even open this yellow yet. Tiny bit of yellow. Just the tiniest bit. Alright, that's probably too much, considering how much of that I have. Let's try that out. Let's see how that looks. Nope, I need more of the skin tone. Let's get more paint. God, y'all, this is not how you're supposed to do this. But that's looking pretty decent right there. Actually, that's looking like it might be almost the color. Almost. So what we're gonna do is a light coat. It's pretty close. pretty close. That's actually probably the closest I'm gonna get, if I'm being honest. So just a light coat. Careful not to get it onto the clothing. Wow, good job, Riley. You're usually pretty good at paint matching, so it's not perfect, but under the circumstances, I'd say it's pretty good. One day I'll get my normal voice back without this fucking vocal fry. One day. Just do light, you know, you're not trying to, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So you do one coat, you kind of let it sit a little bit, and you can go on a little thicker, but I don't have a lot of time to wait because I don't have very much of this paint. I guess I gotta re-up my paint supply. And these are cheap paints anyway, so it's not like these are like crazy expensive or anything. But I feel like I need a little bit more oomph to it. Where's that? There we go. Let's do a little bit more. There we go. We're getting there. We'll come back to it. I feel like maybe we need the tiniest little dab of pink, like super tiny dab of pink. I'll just put it up there, and then we'll see how this looks when I mix it with the, because like, you know, oh shit, did I fuck up? I may have fucked up, y'all. We need more of this. We need more of this one now. It's a little bit better. Like, it's all trial and error. Like, base coat's fine if it's not completely right, but I want to get as close as possible to the color that I want. So we're going to take a little bit of that yellow, just a little bit of that yellow, and we're going to dab it in there. Just a little bit. Hey, that's getting a lot better, actually. You see how you have to do it? It's not just one or two colors. You got to really... Yeah, there we go. That's the color I'm looking for. That is the color I'm looking for. Call me crazy if you want, but I know what I'm doing when it comes to mixing colors, okay? I know what I'm doing. And I think that'll be perfect, and I'll hit it. Oh, shit. And I get my nails with paint on them. Boo. I'll pause this. Yeah, that's getting there. It needs a little bit more rosiness to it, but that's what layers are for. So, as it goes, it's close enough for me that with the head on, I won't notice it. I'll know, but I won't notice it. You know what I mean? Maybe we get a little bit more of that pink. And it's fine if you put a little bit on there and kind of blend it in. But we don't want to go too far away from that base that we had. Just give them a little bit of life to that color. And I'm thinking it's looking pretty damn good. I just need to find a sealer, which I'm pretty sure I have, like a spray. But that color, I'm pretty proud of myself, y'all. Now I just gotta let this dry, and then I gotta seal it, and that's how you do it, folks. Now, for these pesky light pins that I'm gonna try to fill out, I got this tack stuff, and you tear a tiny little bit off. We're gonna pull enough off, hopefully, to do all 4 pegs. And you mix it together, and once it's green, because it's yellow and blue, right? Once it's green, it's supposed to harden, and then you can paint over it or whatever you want to do. So you got to mix them together real good. Otherwise, it won't set. I think I need a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue. And if it doesn't set, then it won't stay. So we're going to try our best here to... this is kind of old, though. Ugh. It's giving me trouble. There we go. That should be enough. It's sticking in my hands. So you just mix it with your finger like this. Definitely have to wash my hands. Make it green. Green with envy. And then I'll have to paint those legs too once it's all said and done, but that could take like 24 hours for it to dry, I would say. So this is getting more green, right? It's gotta be like green. R2. fire up the converters. Alright, so this should be green enough that it's going to set. So you take a little tiny bit. Don't touch the neck that you just worked on. Where did it go? Did I drop it? I don't know where it went. I dropped it somewhere. Take that little, there it is. Need that for later. Take that tiny little bit of the green clay and you stick it over the hole and go in the hole. That's what she said. And then you can kind of like fudge with it a little bit, pull it out, and that pin is closed. And then we got a little bit left from that side, so we can do this one. That one's even easier because there's less, so that'll be pinless when we're done with it, but that's got to dry. Same thing on this side. Go ahead and fill that hole, take out the excess, and use it for the other one. And that's the process, really. It's not too difficult, but I've never done it before, so it's got to set before you can paint over it. All right, so I finished painting and customizing him up. Gave him a wash, so I darkened that green a little bit. Repainted all the gold stuff, like the bracers, the trim around his shirt, and all that stuff. And obviously painted his neck. We made the legs mostly pinless. You can't really see the pins anymore. All the colors mostly match, except for on that one. I don't know why that one is. But I feel like I did a good job, you know? Like, I've seen this kit bash, but that's been pretty basic, where they just kind of swap the head on and call it a day. But I cut off that sling ring. I kind of fully repainted him. Made him a little bit darker, all that stuff. And shout out to the Bat Dan once again. He got his parts that I swapped for the Logan he was working on, so that's really cool. And then here is Mandarin next to Iron Man, obviously arch enemies. So yeah, I think this custom turned out pretty well. The MCU figures are more detailed than the comic book ones, so he has a little bit too much detail in his costume, but until we get a proper Mandarin, not a guy in a suit, it'll just have to do, I suppose. So if y'all like this video, please make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, become a channel member if you want to support the channel. It's only 99 cents. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to local LGBTQ plus community. If you're protesting, be extra super duper safe. I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
Just wait 1 minute. I'm watching this new Rowdy Rolls video and it's really awesome. I don't want to miss it.
It's like this chick that reviews action figures and it's really freaking cool.
Yes, I think they saw some videos and there's some really good contents out there, you know?
She reviews the ponies and stuff because you knows I love ponies.
She doesn't review ponies. It's freaking cool stuff, Toki.